Hello everyone, my name is Dave. This video is a companion to an article in Nuts and Bolts magazine that describes this little machine I put together. It's called the Big Bang Z-Pinch machine. And what it does is it squeezes the devil out of Pepsi cans with a big bang. It does that by charging up a couple of large capacitors that are in their silvery looking cylinders up to 2,100 volts. And then it uses a mousetrap to connect the capacitors to the coil, that round white coil. And when that happens, there's an intense magnetic field set up by the coil, which also sets up an intense magnetic field in the can. And in turn, those two magnetic fields oppose each other and try to push apart. Essentially, the coil gets bigger and the can gets smaller, and you can see the result there on the right. Squeezes the dickens out of the can, all in about 5 microseconds. Okay, we're going to do a little dry run here to show it how everything works, the triggering and so on. Now, to connect the capacitors to the coil, you want it to be a very fast click, like that. And there's ways to do that. You can use a big old relay like this, but the trouble is it's not very fast, and it bounces. So I thought I'd do something kind of wacky, and that is use a mousetrap to do that job. And so what I've got it set here is this mousetrap contacts this nylon rod over here, which pushes down on a couple of contacts and closes it and connects the capacitors to the coil in about 5 microseconds and discharges them into that, creating a very large magnetic field which does the pinching. Okay, well, here we go with a live test. What we'll do is charge it up first, and then we'll just blast her off. Here we go. Starting to charge up. Takes a couple of minutes to charge up to 2,100 volts is what we're going to do, which gives us 864 joules of energy, which isn't a lot, by the way. Lots of people blast off with 2,000 joules, 3,000 joules, and more. But we're just going to do it at 2100, because that's what the capacitors are rated at, 2300 volts. So we're just going to keep it under the voltage that the capacitors can withstand. Okay, we're up to 2000 solid. I'll just let her creep on up to 2100. Okay, we're there. So we'll turn this down, and now move the switch to the ready position. Get ready. Up to the ready. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. Holy mackerel. Now we'll move the switch to the discharge position to make sure everything's safe, like that. And we're all set there on the discharge. Okay, well, that was pretty nifty. Let me show you a couple other things that I squeezed in the past besides these cans, which I've done a bunch of. There's also one that I've cut off the top and bottom. You can see that gets squeezed even more and doesn't have the ends to stop it. And here's one that's Reynolds wrap, about 3 or 4 layers of that. You can see that gets pretty much squeezed. So the thinner the one you have, the more squeeze you get. So this machine that I put together, I made sure that each of the components are readily available to anybody that wants to buy them. And in fact, the large transformer inside is nothing more than a microwave oven transformer that I pulled out of an old dead microwave. And all the rest of the parts are really available on eBay. You have to kind of look for a little while, but they show up. The big capacitors, which are the main part of this project, are from defibrillators. And all the rest of the parts are available either at electronic houses or on eBay. And so it's easy to build. I put this plastic case around it so no one gets trouble with their fingers getting into the high voltage. But essentially it's not really a very dangerous project. You just have to be careful and not get your fingers into the high voltage parts, which are all hidden inside of this plastic box. It's a lot of fun. You can show it to all your friends, neighbors, kids. Makes a big bang noise when it goes off. Kind of exciting. Everybody will back up a couple of steps, but but it's fun. So I'll see you in Nuts and Bolts magazine in the near future. Thanks for watching. Bye.